Alright, welcome back. We've got some pretty short notes today, so let's just get them done and have a good day. Alright, so today we are talking about the integration of exponential functions, really just e to the x. Okay? We just got done doing all of the derivative stuff. Last time we did logarithmic differentiation and had a blast with that, I'm sure. So again, today we are starting integrals of these things. Today is only e. We will do stuff with ln's next time. Okay? Now, just like derivatives, the integral of e to the x is e to the x. Okay? So if I want to integrate each of the following things. So if I want to integrate 4e to the x, well, the first thing that I should do is use a pen. Okay, but then I'm going to take out a 4. Okay? And again, the integral of e to the x is e to the x. So this is 4e to the x plus c. Wow, difficult. Okay, let's go over here. All right, so again, if I take this as the negative 3 on the integral of e to the x plus integral of 4x squared minus 8x dx. Okay, the integral of e to the x is just e to the x. So that's negative 3e to the x plus, okay, if I integrate these things over here, I get 4/3 x cubed minus 4x squared plus c. Okay, so it's clearly very, very easy when it just says something e to the x, okay? Now where it gets a little more complicated is if there's something besides just an x up top, okay? Now in those cases, you're going to use u substitution, okay? U will almost always be that exponent above e. Actually, for the purposes of this class, we're going to keep it that way, okay? So let's look. All right, so let's do this u substitution. So this is more complicated. They're being multiplied together, and e is not just to the x. So the first thing we're going to do is go off to the side and say, all right, u is equal to whatever's in the exponent. So 5x squared plus 3. And du is the derivative of u. So that's 10x dx. All right. Now I have the x in there. Okay, I have the x in my du, but I have a negative 30 that I want to be a 10. So if you remember, what we do is we take out that negative 30. And we put in a 10. Okay, but we can't just put a 10 on the inside. We've also got to divide by 10 on the outside. So this is now a negative 3, because negative 30 divided by 10 is negative 3. All right, so now everything's how it should be. So we have negative 3 on the integral. All right, we have e to the u, and my 10x dx is my du. So e to the u du, which we just saw that the integral of e to the x is just e to the x, so the integral of e to the u is just e to the u plus c. All right, so this is negative 3e to the 5x squared plus 3 plus c, because you got to plug back in what you had. All right? Okay, let's do it again. So again, u is going to be the exponent of e. So I have 8e to the, this time it says e to the 4x minus 4 up top. Don't know why I put a parenthesis there. Okay. So du, the derivative of u, the way we take the derivative of e is by writing it down and then multiplying by the derivative of the top. Okay, so the derivative of 4x is 4. The derivative of 4 is 0. So we have 4e to the 4x minus 4 is our du. I just realized you're going to have to do some pretty intense thinking here. Yeah, we're going to skip that. I don't want you to do that one. Okay, and I will look at the homework while we're on here. So let's see. Looking at the homework, I don't like that problem. You can skip number 2 on the homework. Okay, skip number 2 on the homework. Okay. Number 3. All right, so u is going to be 2x minus 4. Du then is going to be 2dx. All right. So I've got a negative that I need to take out. And then I've got e to the 2x minus 4 dx. Okay. So now I need a 2 on the inside, so I'm going to put a 1/2 on the outside. Okay. So, that's from 1 to 2. All right. So now we're ready to put u in. So we've got negative 1/2 on the integral of e to the u du. But remember, these bounds from 1 to 2 have to change because I put u's in now. So we're going to go off to the side and say, okay, I need to find u of 1. So if I plug 1 in there, I get negative 2. Okay, now I also need to find u of 2. If I plug 2 in there, oh, that says minus 4, doesn't it? I get 0. So we are now going from negative 2 to 0. Okay. Whatever. All right. So now let's integrate. So the integral of e to the u is e to the u. And we're doing this from negative 2 to 0. So this is negative 1/2 e to the negative 2 minus negative 1/2 e to the 0. Okay, lots of times I don't really care that you simplify. This time, though, since we know what e to the 0 is, let's just deal with that. Okay, e to the 0 is 1. So this is just negative 1/2 e to the negative 2 plus 1/2. Okay. All right. Last one. This one, I have e to the x, right? There's no u sub required here. This one's going to be very easy. Okay, so this is the integral, I'm sorry, negative 2 on the integral from negative 2 to 0 of just e to the x dx. Okay, the integral of e to the x is, you guessed it, e to the x. So this is negative 2 e to the 0 minus negative 2 e to the negative 2. This looks very similar to the last problem. All right, so we have negative 2 because e to the 0 is 1, so that's negative 2 times 1, plus 2e to the negative 2.